Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and very good day to all. Today I want to share about my research related to Sustainability Development Indicators or SDI. Before that, I want to introduce myself. My name is Aizazi Lutfi bin Ahmad. I am from UiTM Perak Branch Iskandar Campus. Okay. For the introductions, Sustainable Development ties together concern for the carrying capacity of nature system with the social challenges facing the humanity. There are two indicators that we apply based on Sergio Porta and John Luciano Rene, 2005, such as urban fabric indicators and also street indicators. In order to know the level of satisfaction of the city design, the sustainable development indicators being used by comparing between the design of old and new towns. Then it refers to the aspects that need to understand which are related to the urban design theories, especially for the street indicators. New and old town is seen as the most suitable for this study because it requires evaluations of the comparison should be done to identify new town areas or old town areas is more concerned about sustainables. They are divided into three street categories such as main streets, general streets, and all streets. There are two main analyses that may link with each other such as micro stage, there are street analysis, and macro stage, there is zone analysis. The finding vary towards solving the certain issues and improvement of the street towards sustainables, and also emphasis on how to implement the rational proposal for the streets. It been divided into two suggestions such as in the physical aspects and also in policy and guideline aspects. For the problem statements, in Malaysia, there are two different types of towns, namely old town and new towns. The new towns can be described such as planned city were such as Putrajaya, Cyberjaya, Shah Alam, Taring Jaya, and others. Meanwhile, the old town is known for the well-preserved colonial core with original shop houses from 19th centuries to 1930. Therefore, towards the newer town centers are able to sustain like this older town center. If town center like Georgetown and Melaka are considered to be sustainable, what are the design aspects that contributes its sustainability? Is there a tools where sustainability of town center can be measured? Then, when the town is considered to be sustainable, what are the design aspects that contributes its sustainability? Is there a tools where sustainability of town center can be measured? Hence, this study will try to apply the street indicators to measure the level of sustainability between two town centers. There are the old town center and the other newer town center. This is my study purpose and also my objective. It is to measure and compare the sustainability of two town centers by applying SDI, there is Sustainable Development Indicators, and focusing on the street indicators only. There are 5 objectives. There is, first, to quantify the formal components of design in order to determine the impact upon the level of sustainability. Secondly, to describe the tools and show of applying it in comparative assessment of two town centers. Applying it refers to applying to SDI indicators. Thirdly is to compare two different town centers, which is old design concept and new design concept. The site that I've been chosen is Taring Jaya Old Town and Taring Jaya New Town. And then to bridge urban design and accessibility of those town centers because it allows for the design of street and neighborhood to be measured and compared. And lastly, to determine how the built environment impact the social awareness by focusing on the street indicators. The significance of the study, it is based on the tools of SDI, which the chosen concept is street indicators. This concept is useful because it allows planners and designers the ability to break down the design of a streets and also neighborhoods to determine the positive and negative attributes. Meanwhile, this is a tool and does not prescribe what is good or bad design, but it helps for a local discussion to define good and bad. It enables a bridge between urban design and sustainability. It also, the planners will benefit because they can evaluate the streets in their cities that are most successful and use these tools to help invigorate the streets that are not, by understanding where the design fails. This is the sites area, and the north part is the Petaling Jaya New Town, and the southern part is Petaling Jaya Old Town. This is the close-up of the Petaling Jaya Old Towns. This is the tools for street indicators. There are 8 elements that involved in the street indicators. There are sky exposure. Sky exposure is the amount of sky is visible in each photograph where trees are considered opaque, the same as buildings or other permanent man-made object. Also index, this measurement seeks to understand the urban environment ability to encapsulate the pedestrians. Okay, the designer can relate this information to, there are many types that can relate. First is the persons of sense intimacy through exposure. It means that elements that be found in the streets, then be all the indicator be scaled for 1 to low value, 2 for medium value, and 3rd is for high value. This is the explanation of low value, medium value, and high value. Other indicator in the sky exposure is their sense of livability. The street become like a living rooms. This means the street of life or work. Other than that is the sense of orientations. That means placements of roads are in good conditions or vice versa. And then definition of space, the identification as tagging of a road to the public or consumers. And then the sense of security. Security is mean the feelings to be achieved by all parties, actually as consumer insecurity. The second indicator is facade continuity. Facade continuity related to or to measures about the continuous of the building facade. They also have the scales. There are 3 scales. There are to measures about the building facades. There are low levels, scale 1, scale 2, medium level, and third scale is high level. Third indicator is softness. Softness is related to elements that make the street environment feel safe and welcoming. Fourth indicator is social wave. Social wave is refers to the breeze of the street as it affects human interactions. Fifth indicator is about visual complexity. Visual complexity is the measure of the amount of variety of the streetscapes. Sixth indicator is a number of buildings. Number of buildings refers to apparent quantity of building visible in the pictures. There are more scales. There are 5. There is 1 to 5. 1 is rating 1 is no building visible. Rating 2 is 1 to 3 building visible. Rating 3, 4 to 8. Rating 4, 9 to 11. And rating 5, 12 or more building visible. 7 indicator is sedibility. Sedibility is a measure of the number of sitting opportunities visible in each photograph. That means is lights, benches, low walls, cafe, or chairs they have in the streets. And lastly, about detractions. Detraction refers to any element that can view as having a negative effect of the streetscape potential to provide good scene for the flourishing of urban social life. It also refers to blank wall, aggressive automobile, facility, and rejected object. Okay, this is about the result from the observations that we made for the main streets. It's not for general street. Result for all streets. Okay, and findings. In this study, there were 3 categories of roads. That's the main street, general street, and all streets. All right. And then because depend to history of the street, and also because the suitable designing for the main street is collected or town for the street. Okay, yeah. But in general, streets and all street category, the point that has been recorded show that the applying of accessible concept is more to Tranja New Town than Tranja Old Town. That means they upgrade from old to the newer town more sustains. It happened because of the resolving of the problem that happens to Tranja Old Towns. It shows that in Tranja New Town is more linked to the streets by improving the streets that were stated in the center. Okay, for overall findings shows that Tranja New Town is more sustainable than Tranja Old Town. Okay, thank you.